What's up YouTube, Silver Dragons here, and in this video we're talking about why you need to be diversifying your portfolio out of the dollar and into precious metals in 2021. So let's do it. Thank you so much for watching my video. I do sincerely appreciate it. If you want to learn more about investing in precious metals, or if you just want to watch awesome videos about gold and silver, make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Okay, so we're talking about precious metals and why in 2021, these are what you need to be diversifying into. We're talking about gold, we're talking about silver, we're talking about platinum. Even some of the base metals are a good idea to be diversifying into as well, because the US dollar is likely going to get dramatically weaker because of inflation. Now, typically when you think of inflation, you think of the price of goods and services going up. This could be gas, food, housing, etc., etc. But what you don't think about is the price of precious metals going up, unless you stack them heavily like I do. I mean, clearly, I've been buying precious metals for quite some time. I love buying silver. I love buying gold. I mean, this is real money right here. But the price of these do go up over time because of inflation. Let me prove it to you. This is the 30-year spot price chart for gold. Right now, gold is at $17.39. But as you can see, the price over the last 30 years has trended generally upwards. In the 90s, gold was around $200-300 an ounce. And as the years have progressed on, the spot price of gold has trended upwards. Now, it's not guaranteed to go up year over year, but typically speaking, when we have more inflation, we will see the price climb upwards. Silver has a very similar story. Right now, it's about $25 an ounce, and over the last 30 years, you can see the price of silver go up. It was about $4 or $5 an ounce in the 90s. The one thing that we do notice with silver, however, is that although right now it's about $25, it was closer to $40 or $50 an ounce in 2011, but that wasn't because of inflation. That was because there was massive hype around silver. Lots of people were getting into it, which drove the price up, and that could happen again. Now, of course, these charts are only going back about 30 years, but if you want to go back even farther, the story gets better. For example, this is a silver quarter from 1964. It's made out of 90% silver, and this quarter today is worth about $4.50. That's an 18x gain since the 60s. That is a great store of wealth right there. So now that I've shown the price of gold and silver going up over time because of inflation, the question now becomes, moving forward from 2021, are we going to continue to see inflation, and will we see the rate of inflation increase? I think we will. Now, there's two main reasons why inflation happens in the first place. The first is expansion of the money supply, and the second is velocity of money. Now, in regards to expanding the money supply, the US dollar has been expanding at a very rapid rate over the last few months. Now, this is a chart of the M1 money supply through the end of 2020, and as you can see, there's a very dramatic spike up to end the year. Now, the money supply has been growing ever since then. We just don't have the charts out yet. There has already been a $1.9 trillion stimulus package passed this year, and they're looking to add another $3 trillion in stimulus, so don't think the money supply is going to stop growing anytime soon. Now, in regard to velocity of money, or people just spending their cash, whether it be from their stimulus checks or their job, we're still seeing the new Xboxes are sold out, the new PlayStations are sold out. We're actually starting to see baseball parks open up again. Theme parks are opening up again in California. Very surprising. And people are happy to go on vacation now. So I think we're going to start seeing lots more money spent once the money turns over. This is going to increase the rate of inflation. So I honestly think that in 2021, you should diversify your portfolio into precious metals, gold and silver. You can buy the physical metals. That's what I like to do. You can invest in ETFs, mining companies, the list goes on and on. but precious metals are going to be a great way to retain your wealth with all of the inflation that I believe is on the horizon. Now, I talked about base metals at the start. This could be copper, lead, zinc. When you're investing in these metals, it's kind of hard to buy the physical because you need to buy massive amounts to make a dent. So a lot of people invest in the mining companies. Another base metal you could invest in is uranium. Now, of course, it's illegal to stack and own, but you could invest in a uranium mining company. And today we're going to be talking about one called Uranium Royalty. Now, you might be wondering why I'm talking about a uranium company during a video about gold. As I just mentioned, gold is an incredible inflation hedge. Commodities, though, especially energy commodities such as oil, natural gas, and uranium, are even more inversely correlated with dollar weakness. Inflation is really sensitive with their prices. The global supply of uranium is very tight, and from 2001 to 2007, its price rose 3,500%. When commodities are in super cycles, uranium enters a mega super cycle, so gold and uranium are a nice pair trade. Critical with uranium is the fact that the US imports over 90% of what we domestically use, so uranium royalty keeps pushing the government to make sure that they can operate and mine independent uranium in the good old US of A. Now, uranium is the cleanest form of green energy in the world, and there are so few uranium producers in the United States, so the few companies that have this market cornered have a massive opportunity in front of them, with the president pushing for more and more green energy. Uranium royalty has a chance to be uplisted to the NASDAQ, so as you can imagine, this would be huge for everyone involved. I encourage you to check out the links down below for more information on uranium royalty and see if they're the right fit for you and your portfolio. This is my first time talking about uranium on the channel, but I know a lot of you out there are into the mining companies, so I thought I'd bring some diversification to the table. And as I mentioned, the green revolution will be critical for uranium, so there could be lots and lots of potential for that particular metal. But coming back to gold and silver, I highly suggest you do some more research on those as well. I personally do stack gold, I do stack silver, and I have done so for years. I know that they're a great hedge against inflation, and I know they're a great store of wealth. So if you're looking to diversify away from the dollar in 2021, then these need to be part of your strategy. The US national debt is now sitting at over $28 trillion, and if you think that's a lot of money, think again. They're going to keep on creating more currency, keep on growing the debt, and the current projection for 2029 is $88 trillion of debt. So if you think that inflation is going to slow down anytime soon, you're dead wrong. I believe we're in a super cycle, and over the next 10 years, we're going to see more and more inflation. So I think it's more important now than ever to put some of your money into precious metals. Now, as I wrap up the video, I just wanted to mention that an inflation hedge is not the only reason to get into precious metals. For example, silver is also used in industry. Silver is used in medicine, it's used in solar panels. This is a very versatile metal. There's many different reasons to invest into it. I talk about it a lot on my channel, so definitely look into silver if you want that extra pop. I'm sorry, I could do that all day. And don't forget about platinum. I don't talk about it a lot on my channel. It's definitely not as popular as gold and silver, especially as an inflation hedge, but platinum does have potential as well. And when you're diversifying your portfolio into precious metals, you should diversify it among the precious metals. Now, again, if you want more information about uranium royalty, I will put some links down below in the description. And lastly, I want to say a massive thank you so much for watching my video, and I will see you all in the next one. Silver Dragons out.